Why?
Thank you. Ndewonu. I really appreciate this opportunity. And I thank everybody in the house. I'm going to start I'm going to start by saying the only reason that I'm here, even referencing that lady, as Sister Joy called her Lassa fever. So that's what I call her. So the only reason I'm even here at all is because she opened her mouth to say Simon. She opened her mouth to say Simon. I don't care if she had said everything she wanted to say about me. She should realize she should have been safer if she was, throwing things, because I will ignore her. But for her to open her mouth and put Simon in it, that's why I'm waiting for her. There are questions. I'm going to wait for her response. For me, I always wait. I don't start a fight, but I always finish that battle. I'm going to finish it. There's no way I would have mentioned this lady because she amounts to nothing. Let me tell you. I have looked this lady in and out. I have checked her up, down, in and out. She is nothing. She amounts to nothing. Zero. And I'm not kidding. She amounts to zero. I checked her and I'm like, why am I going to waste my time with her? People don't see what I see. She amounts to nothing. And even in what we are doing, in our freedom, she amounts to nothing too. She is inconsequential. She does not affect anything. Believe me, last night was when I watched that video. You can see the malice. You can see the hatred. You can see the envy. You can see somebody that was paid that wants to make a point. All of you need to go and watch that video. She was impressing the people that paid her. The kind of venom, how she was spitting it. There is no way, I have never heard that Simon doesn't know who she is. Simon doesn't know anything about this lady. Even when the brother, Imam Nezu, if you guys, when our leader used to make broadcast, barrister is the brother to this lady, Imam Nezu. After the betrayal of our leader, the brother betrayed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And then after he betrayed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, his life shattered, everything. People that held him to high esteem, everybody left him. He was abandoned. He actually died of depression. That is when this Lisa changed her name to Kanu. I don't know why she doesn't want to keep Mezu, man. The brother is Imam Mezu. Why? What is your own name? You're not married. Where is Kanu coming from? Because the politicians mess you around. And give you pennies. You felt you had to come and put Simon in your mouth. Believe me, I gave questions. I sent questions to you to answer. Since you have to bring our leaders' issue, there are questions, and I'm waiting for you to respond to that question. But I want to let you know, Lassa fever, that you are inconsequential. You amount to zero. You amount to spiritually. You're not. You're not even somebody that I can start wasting my time. The only reason I'm here talking is because you put Simon in your mouth, and I'm waiting for you to put Simon in your mouth again. I'm waiting for you, Lassa fever, to put Simon Ekpa in your mouth again. It doesn't matter how much Jews or Kanu, they're not going to let you go. Because the money they gave you, you're going to work for that. What the Caliph said do to them is what he's going to do. That's the same way he messed your brother up. When your brother died, what did Jews or Kanu do for you and your family? Other than to sleep with you. What did Jews or Kanu do for your brother? What did Jews or Kanu do for the family of your brother? Jews or Kanu is the one that led to his death. After he betrayed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, everybody left him. He got shattered emotionally, he became sick, he died. After your brother died, what did Jews or Kanu do for your brother? Jews or Kanu is now messing you up, messing the wife of our leader up. If anything happens to you, you think he's gonna look your direction. Lassa fever, you amount to nothing. I'm seriously telling you, you amount to nothing. If Jews or Kanu, how he treated your brother after his death, what do you think he's going to do to you? I am waiting for you to respond to the questions I gave. And if you don't respond to the question, I will come after you. The next time you open the next time you open your mouth and tie that nonsense you tied in your head and put Simon in your head, that is when you will realize that you touched me you poked me where it's utmost. Put Simon in your mouth again. That is all I can say. And I'm telling you, I'm in this program. just to even put you on, to even address you at all, because you said Simon. If you didn't say Simon, it doesn't matter what you said about me, because you are nothing. You are nothing, and you don't affect what we are doing. You don't have any impact to what we're doing. You have nothing to contribute to our freedom. What happened to your brother will happen to you. So I wouldn't have made any reference. Put Simon. I'm still waiting. Believe me, I may check it here, Simon round again. That is when you will get the market you ordered for.
That's all.
Yeah. And therefore that fool, I'm just going to put her aside, because she's inconsequential. She doesn't count for anything. She's empty. Spiritually, she's empty. Believe me. When I tell you guys this, believe me, I know what I'm telling you about. That is why she's inconsequential. Now, let's talk about Bridget Okafor. Bridget Okafor is an agent of the caliphate. She's an evil woman. Bridget Okafor's primary, what they are using Lisa now to do to castigate Simon or try to talk mess about Simon. Bridget was what they wanted to use to make sure they drag Simon down. That was the everything they were doing. Bridget will come manipulate Simon, do this, do this, do this. You know, evil woman. Simon is young enough to be her son, but her evil. All she wanted to do is carry out the agenda of the caliphate. And I just was watching that. And I was telling Madam Oyiba, I said, just don't worry, everybody calm down. Just you will see how this is going to play out. And now look at how it played out. Because our God is in charge. Simon is destined for the duty he's doing. Nobody, doesn't matter how much anybody tries, nobody can change anything. Nobody can stop what we're doing. We're going to keep doing what we're doing until our leader comes out.
Yes.
Now, guess what happened with Bruce Fenn? After I heard about Bruce Fenn, now I just went in, did a little bit look up. I researched Bruce Fenn a little bit, got a few information. I'm like, wow. So I called Bridget Okafor. I asked her, why are you hiring Bruce Fenn? We already have Alan White. So why Bruce Fenn? She said, oh, because he's this, he has done this, he has done that. I said, no, I have his track record. He has not done anything. So look at who he is. Look at what he's doing. Look at his associates. You know, I said, this man doesn't suit what we are doing. Bridget Okafor insisted it has to be Alan White and Bruce Fenn. And yes, I now called her again. I said, look, Tony Nnadi is very close friends to Bruce Fenn. Before then, I found out that that Bridget Okafor was working with Tony Nnadi too. And then Max Dede, the one he calls Uncle Max, and the one he calls Bra Ben. And even their father Megwa, one time she gave me the number to call. I said, how do you get? If I call him, I'm gonna mess him up. You do not give me the number to call him because I'm gonna shred into pieces. I don't know why I need to call him. He said, please don't tell me to call him again. So all these people, I got information that we're all working together. And these are all enemies of Mazen Nandekan. So I called Bridget. I said, Bruce Fenn is an enemy of Mazen Nandekan. Bruce Fenn, look at, I gave her the statistics with what he's doing with Atiku, with what he's doing with the Nigerian government and everything. She said that Atiku, maybe he must work with Atiku, but this is different. What we're doing. I said, no. He's an associate to a one Nigerian. He's a man that wants to be a president of the nation. That is one, that should be a red flag. So why are you insisting on this man? Then I said, okay, look at Tony Nnadi. He's a very close associate of Tony Nnadi. And Tony Nnadi is a sworn enemy of Mazen Nandekan and a sworn enemy to the restoration of the kingdom of heaven and earth. I said there is no way Tony Nnadi will be associating with Bruce Fenn, and Bruce Fenn will be of benefit to Mazen Nandekan or to anything that we are doing. Bridget Okafor insisted. That is when I got curious and decided to figure out what was going on. And that is when I got all the information that she's working for the caliphate. Bridget Okafor is working for the caliphate. And then she did it in such a way that it's so confusing for everybody. She was money because their agenda was to make sure that Alan White doesn't get into the picture. Because Alan White is the lawyer that Mazen Nandekan himself hired. Alan White is the lawyer Mazen Nandekan hired. Mazen Nandekan in DSL, before they stop giving us any messages from him, ask Ifeanyi Ejiofor, so what is Alan White doing now? What is the progress? What progress has he made? Ifeanyi Ejiofor came and asked us, this is what our leader is asking. What progress has Alan White made? What is Alan White doing? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu specifically asked what Alan White was doing, what progress he has made, what are his suggestions, what is he coming, trying to figure out what he was doing.
Wow.
After our leader asked that question, that was the last time anybody communicated to us about what our leader said about Alan White. And that's when I told Madam Oyibo, now you can see the full agenda of Bruce Fenn. The Bruce Fenn. So what they did to make sure that our leader doesn't ask any questions about Alan White was to now start presenting Bruce Fenn, doing all this drama. Bridget was the witch that was doing all the confusion, manipulating everybody, talking about fundraising, talking about Bruce Fenn. Bridget Okafor was telling us that we need to fire Alan White because Alan White was not doing anything. Bridget concocted with Olive Obi and the Jassy and all of them. What is Alan White doing? We want to know what is Alan. We want to get paperwork. We want to see what he's doing. I asked them, did you hire Alan White? Alan White was hired by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you have a contract with him? Alan White is answering to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are you guys acting like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dead? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is alive. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that hired Bruce Fenn. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a representative, a rep that represents him and connects if he had any question. There's somebody that connects with Alan White to communicate with him. Alan White was doing everything possible to make sure the case in Nigeria was going to send people. Alan White made so many attempts to send people to that zoological republic. Bridget frustrated every effort. Bridget ganged up and was now telling everybody that Alan White needed to be fired. Why? Because the zoo has approached Alan White so many times and he refused to sell his soul to the devil. That is the only thing that is wrong. And that is why they didn't want him anywhere close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And who did they use? The witch called Bridget Okafor. After that, they now sent her to Simon to start manipulating Simon, to start making changes. Yeah, they were thinking they can use Simon to now fire Alan White. Bridget knew everything she was doing, but I know that the day of exposure will come. Because Chukwu Abiyama said, I will expose, remove, and destroy them. Bridget Okafor, the caliphate was so much on her that she was even looking for the code of the ICC filing. They wanted the code so that they can go in and remove it, just like Nnen Nayanya has been doing. Every case that our leader has filed, Nnen Nayanya and Uche Mefo make sure to go back because they had the secret information, the secret code. So they will go in and remove everything. So when Alan White filed, Alan White is the only person that has filed any case with ICC. When the time comes, you guys will see. Now, the caliphate was on Bridget Okafor to get that code so that ICC filing will be removed. They were panicking. And I also told them that China Samoru qualifies as a war criminal. And there are other people that qualified as a war criminal. They were all panicking. They were on the neck of Bridget Okafor. And all they were doing is they try so hard to see if they can make Simon tell us to give the code or manipulate this person. I said, why do you need the code, you criminal witch? Why do you need the code? You will never get the code. The code was for them to so that Bruce Fenn can go and remove the file. So that now, case Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never be anywhere, not even in ICC, not anywhere international. That is what they were using Bridget to do. And that is the whole agenda of Bruce Fenn and Tony Nnadi. Bruce Fenn and Tony Nnadi will meet almost like every 2 or 3 days. They will be there trying to manipulate to make sure. And I told Bridget, I told some of you women, I know I spoke to Honorable Azoka. I said, this is what Bruce Fenn stands for. This is the purpose of bringing Bruce Fenn. I said, Bruce Fenn will never go into court because they want to use him to be doing ping pong to our head. They want to use him to make sure that Alan White doesn't come into the picture. They desperately wanted to get rid of Alan White completely. I said the agenda of Bruce Fenn is to use it as a front to our people so that our people wouldn't start asking questions. Because if they didn't present Bruce Fenn, our people would start asking questions. From there, they will know that Alan White is existing. Then they will try to start asking what Alan White is doing. And the zoo doesn't want Alan White because Alan White refused to be bought over. And that's why they hated him and they don't want him around. And that's why they were using Bruce Fenn and Bridget Okafor to cover our eyes to make sure that Alan White doesn't get anywhere close to our leader's case. Our leader knows who Bruce Fenn is. Even before I've already told him about Bruce Fenn. Because one time a conversation came up. I said, look at. He said he knows. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows Bruce Fenn, knows who he's working with. That is the same person they are making it now. Oh, let me tell you, one day we were organizing ESM fundraising. Madam Bridget was so bitter about the ESM fundraising. She opened her mouth and said that we need to move the ESM fundraising because she needed to do Bruce Fenn fundraising. Then I called somebody, I said, now I told you they are fighting ESM. Because Bridget's agenda is to fight ESM. That is why she declined her emissary position. Emissary position involved raising. She cannot raise funds because the caliphate want ESN to be destroyed. And she's using Bruce Fenn fundraising to make sure that people do not donate to ESN. Because if somebody has like $1,000 to donate and they donate it to Bruce Fenn, they wouldn't have any to give to ESN. Or if they wanted to give ESN 1,000 and she's doing Bruce Fenn, they will now divide it into give Bruce Fenn half, give ESN half. She even made it to the point that people trusted Bruce Fenn so much that people were ready to donate for Bruce Fenn. They were thinking, you know what, ESN, we've been doing this ESN thing. Let's just do this Bruce Fenn. That is how much people believed in the agenda of Bruce Fenn. And I was telling them, Bruce Fenn is working for the caliphate. Bridget Okafor is working for the caliphate. Bridget Okafor is a high witch working for the caliphate. Nobody wanted to believe me. I know that God will take care of this. At a point, I even called Honorable. I say, Honorable, I know I sound crazy when I say these things.
We believe you, Dr. Nelly. We believe you.
My dear, thank you. I said, please, I need you to understand who Bruce Fenn is. It's so hard. It's just going to be so hard for people to understand. I said, look at this is the man. There is no way he can turn around and become this thing else. I said, look at the arch enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is now the friend to Tony Nnadi. And he's the one that recruited Tony Nnadi. He's the one that used Bridget Okafor to recruit Tony Nnadi. And every effort, because initially I thought Bridget was ignorant. So I made point to explain. Bridget, Father Mewa, Max Dede, the other one that called him Ben does something. They are all in cahoots with Tony Nnadi and the caliphate. And they hired Bruce Fenn. And our people they will work. Some of us are working overnight. Some people are doing minimum wage job. They will contribute money. And Bridget had the conscience to be giving it to Bruce Fenn, whose agenda is zero. Bridget's agenda is to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not get justice. And now she's making our people hard-earned money, giving it to her to frustrate everything about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People we are contributing money to help Bridget Okafor make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not get justice. And you think you think she's going to survive this? I did everything. I said, what conscience? How can you be doing this? If you want to hire a lawyer, pay the lawyer, pay Bruce Fenn. Let Bruce Fenn do your biddings. Let them do whatever. But stealing from our people, stealing from ESN. I said, anyway, I'm going to see how this is going to end. What witch called Bridget doesn't know that I also, Sophia here, said, I told him I was inherited. I told him there's another lawyer that God is going to send to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That lawyer will be from Igbo. So we are talking. So Sophia called me, said, I heard what you said the other day. There is a lawyer. There is a lawyer, this and that. We had a conversation. I said, okay, I jumped on it. This witch called Bridget Okafor didn't know that my own money, 6 million of my own hard-earned money, I brought it for that lawyer. I told you, Sophia, we're going to get that woman. She's from Igodomi. But Kanu Takanu, They frustrated this woman, told her not to come to court. She was in Benin City. She was in Benin City telling us she's in Abuja. She didn't know that it was Sophia. We already sent somebody in Abuja to watch what is going to happen. She didn't come to court at all. She didn't go to Abuja at all. And Bruce was somewhere drinking Pami, the one that our yeah. But then, from my own sweat, I called Madam Oyibo. I said, this is what this woman is asking for. As soon as she heard it, she said, okay, we'll do it. Sophia is here to tell the rest of the story. They made sure that this woman didn't come. We never asked anybody to pay. I never called the people of Idu. I said, come and contribute. There is a lawyer. From my own sweat, Bridget Okaf, if you wanted to hire Bruce Fenn, why can't you hire Bruce Fenn with your pocket? Why were you spending ESN money? I want our people to understand that her agenda is to destroy ESN by fire, by force. That is why they were not only using Bruce Fenn as a cover to make sure that Allen Wise doesn't show in the picture. They were also using Bruce Fenn to steal money from ESN to make sure that ESN is crushed. Because without money, ESN will not function. Now the zoo is going crazy. They are calling people's phone. They are now checking every bank account to see how ESN is getting their money. Nobody can stop ESN. Bridget is so evil that she has no conscience. I said, Bridget, if you want to use Bruce Fenn to manipulate our people, why don't you use your own money? Because I know what I'm doing behind. Even when they didn't let the lady go in, this Sophia got another lawyer. Even the first installment, Sophia was the one that paid the first installment. And the woman, they kidnapped this man. They almost killed him. They kidnapped him in Benin City. God is the one that saved him. He was battered. They didn't kill him. If the initial money that he needed, Sophia is the one that sent it to him. And then I spoke to him. We agreed on a price. Before he could come from Abuja, they followed him from Abuja and kidnapped him and almost killed him. He was lucky to escape. Sophia didn't tell people to start raising funds. Everything we were doing, the lawyers, two attorneys, nobody knew about it. From our own hand-earned money, our own pocket. And Bridget had the conscience. Not only is she using Bruce Fenn to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not get justice, she's now stealing money from our people, putting it in the pocket of Bruce Fenn. I told them Bruce Fenn is a millionaire. Bruce Fenn is managing billion-dollar estates for people. You know how much, even if he's getting only 1% or 2% of that income, you know how much it is. He's a millionaire. He's just working for the caliphate. He's almost like a secret service for them. And Bridget Okafor knew all these things. After he felt like things are not moving, then he jumped up on Simon. Every day he will call Simon, tell him this, tell him that. Everything is about to make sure that Bruce Fenn is removed. But she doesn't know that Chukwu Okike Abiyama is the one in charge. After a while, some people that know what she's doing. There are a few people that know what she was doing. I said, don't worry. Jehovah Chukwu Okike Abiyama will expose, remove, and destroy her. So at this point, I don't even want to bring her issue up anymore because God has exposed her. It got to the point that it's no longer Mkpulummiri talking. Now they can see. They can see that my Mkpulummiri is the original Mkpulummiri. Everything I've told them about this Bridget, now she's doing. Can you imagine now a lawyer raising funds? Let me tell you what is going on. The zoo, Fulani people don't mess around. They don't joke around. Because like all this our land you see fighting, is because our governors and PGs and Igwe sold it to them. They gave money. There's an exchange of money. They are not jumping into our bushes. Our people sold the land to them, took money on the behalf of the land on our behalf. That is the only reason they feel the right to be in our land because you already paid for it. And when you don't deliver, Fulani will show you pepper. They will show you pepper. So now this is what is going on with Bruce Fenn. Bruce Fenn didn't deliver. Everything that he was supposed to do was being exposed. I started screaming after I couldn't take it anymore. I started screaming and following all of them up and down. Now in the caliphate, the zoo realized that the cover has been busted. And zoo will not let you go through. They will to the maximum. That is why they are now made him a fundraiser. Instead of a lawyer now he's a fundraiser. He's now raising funds. for Mazen Kanu that he has never been in court. But he's busy there. They are busy giving permit to him, bringing underage girls to him. That is what Mr. Bridget paying him to do in the zoo. So, you know what? More is going to come out. More is going to come out. So I will like stop. I will stop here. Sorry if I took too long. Yeah.
ABC Nigeria from top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
This new generation will get Biafra. Believe me, we will use everything available to us, and Biafra will come.
Kosarachi. Oh! Ndị ebere ga-akọsara Chukwu. Enigwe na-ege ntị. Ị ga-akwụ ọtọ kọsara ya. Ị ga-esekwu ala kọsara ya. Ị